How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Sergeant Beckett, and welcome, not to Star Trek Online, but something Star Trek Online related. In front of me, I have the Star Trek Online Newswire website. Now, I'm on this because, as those of you who either know a lot about Star Trek or play Star Trek Online, you should know that for a little while they've been celebrating the 10th anniversary of the game. Fuck off, Avira. No one likes you. Bugger off. So what I decided to do is, I thought, you know what, might be a good video to like see them come out and review them. And I have seen most of them, apart from those two. I've seen like all of the ships and what they've done with them, because what this is what I've seen, they've given they seem to have revamped. They seem to have put them in this bundle, as it says, Legendary Starship bundle, and revamped them a bit, giving them new textures and stuff. So, and showing like the different variants you can get. So then, without further ado, let's read on. In celebration of our 10th anniversary, Star Trek Online is releasing one of the biggest bundles we've ever put out. 10 of the most iconic ships in Trek history. Not one, but two legendary bundles. The 10 ships in these bundles will have all new stats, and each will come with their own unique, brand new look. In addition, each ship will come with all the costumes, consoles, and traits of its previous release. We'll be revealing what ships will be part of the bundles over time, but we cannot reveal right now that both bundles will release on February 13th on PC, and then a few weeks after March 3rd launch of our 10th anniversary update on Xbox One and PS4. Click on the buttons below to see the details of each ship as we release them, and see below the buttons for each details on what these bundles will contain. So here we have all the things. Now I haven't seen those two, so I am going to. We're gonna go with the first one, the Defiant. So the legendary pilot warship represents an incredibly powerful addition to Starfleet's armada. A synthesis of lessons learned from years of conflict, the legendary pilot warship also draws inspiration from the USS Defiant and the modifications made to that ship by Deep Space Nine Strategic Operations Officer Worf, Chief Operations Miles O'Brien, and Captain Benjamin Sisko. Equipped with 5 forward weapons, pilot maneuvers, and a cloaking device, and a quantum warhead module, a legendary pilot warship is ready to reprise its role in history as one of Starfleet's most invaluable starships. Then for each ship, it gives you stats. So you got Tier 6, Faction, Federation, and Federation Alliance, Hull modifier, Shield modifier, 4 and a half weapons, 5 4, 3 aft. Device slots 3, bridge officer stations, consoles, base turn rate, impulse modifier, inertia, weapons power, consoles, and what the things you can equip. Ship mastery package, precise weapon systems, enhanced weapon banks, devastating weaponry, enhanced weapon systems, withering barrage, new, overpowered and overgunned. Okay, activating fire wheel beam overload and can rapid fire or cannon scatter volley, improves weapon haste and dramatically for a short time. Fuck off. Then after the stats, they give you visual arts or visual things, new things. And also with this thing, what they've done is for example, like when they brought out Age Discovery, and they brought out the the 25th century variants of those ships. They've done that for they've done that for the Discovery one. I'm not too sure about the Enterprises though. The legendary pilot warship includes 5 new saucer part variants based on the Defiant class ship, featuring nose art inspired by historical dogfighters and the Defiant's own canonical Starship development patch. Each piece of art represents a conflict the defined class has seen service in over the course of Star Trek Online's history. So we got STO Core Express, that collective punishment, I think, whatever that is, and then whatever that is. Then you got other included variants, so you got define, no like define, you got define, vigilant refit, Sao Polto, gallant refit, valiant. So that was the USS defined. Next up, Galaxy class, and one of my Star Trek Online characters, my Bajoran character, Torod, I think his name is. I've actually made a character specifically engineer because I want to have a look at how that new skin they made for it, because it looks so good. The Legendary Command Exploration Cruiser is purpose built to lead Starfleet into the final frontier. Based on technical modifications made to the Galaxy class USS Enterprise NCC 1701D by Chief Engineer Jordy LaForge and Operations Officer Commander Data, Legendary Command. Why do I hold on? I've got my earphone. I don't even need that in. Oh yikes! I know. What was I? Data. The Legendary Command Exploration Cruiser can venture into uncharted space alone or lead a squadron of starships into action. Equipped with a source of separation, antimatter spread, molecular cohesion, nullifier field, a cruiser command array, and the command inspiration ability suite. The Legendary Command Cruiser represents Starfleet's commitment to discovery, communication, and mutual defense. Then you got all the stats. I'll just slowly scroll through. So if you want to look at them, you can peruse and have a peek. Okay. So, new visual variant. Ross class exploration cruiser. That looks bloody nice, that does. I mean, I'm not too sure about the saucer, but I think if I had that, I like the idea with the deflector dish. I like that. A bit more rounded. I kinda like, that's interesting. The Legendary Command Exploration Cruiser includes a brand new visual variant, the Ross class Exploration Cruiser. Pardon me. This ship commissioned in the 2380s is a hybrid of the Galaxy and Sovereign. Ooh. Oh yeah, I see it. Class aesthetic. Featured in the recently launched Star Trek Online Adventures role-playing show, Clear Skies. The USS Ross pioneers many advanced technology that will go on to become standard on Starfleet ships in the 25th century. Other included variants, so you got the Galaxy, the Ross, the Monarch, Venture, and Andromeda. So all good, pretty all good. I just can't wait until we get to the end of these two. I'm really pumped for that. Next ones. The Kelvin Timeline Constitution. Well, that's another thing I know that they did that when I first saw, like, because when I first saw it, I saw it as just like I think it was when they had the first to define and one of the other ones out. Then all the rest of them looked like the Odyssey class ships you get, like the Odyssey and the tactical operations, the tactical ships you get. I thought they all looked like that, which is why I was a bit annoyed, but no, it's not like that. It was just a ploy to fool us. Bloody devs. Anyway, Legendary Kelvin Timeline Intel Battlecruiser. I used to have that. The Legendary Kelvin Timeline Intel Battlecruiser represents the best and brightest of the Kelvin Timeline, a universe where tragedy and intrigue have shaped the events of the 23rd century. Often in situations where it was outclassed and outgunned, the USS Enterprise pulled through by the skin of its teeth in several occasions thanks to the ingenuity of Chief Engineer Montgomery Scott. Oh shit. And his assistant chief engineer, Keenzer. To understand threats awaiting for them in the unknown, they added a full intelligence sensor suite to repel powerful starships. They added another forward weapon replacement and the ability to mount dual cannons and improved maneuverability. The modifications they made to the Enterprise have been propagated to other Constitution-class starships in the Kelvin Timeline Starfleet, yielding the legendary Kelvin Timeline Intel battlecruiser. Now it starts, like I did last time. I'll just slowly scroll through so you can see. Okay, some of the good parts now. New visual variant, Kelvin Timeline Constitution class refit. The legendary Kelvin Timeline Intel battlecruiser includes a brand new visual variant. The Kelvin Timeline Constitution class. Fucking hell, these names. Refit. No. Fucking hell. Let's go from there. This new variant represents the ship as it appears at the beginning of the Star Trek of the film Star Trek Beyond, one of the best out of the 2009 series. Good fun on that one you like. Other variants include, in addition to the brand new parts, the legendary Kelvin Timeline battlecruiser, Intel battlecruiser includes all the following Starship variants. All 2. Star Trek Beyond, and I must say, I don't know. I feel like they in the third film they changed the saucer a bit. I don't know. That's what I feel. I'm probably wrong. Right. 3. I've gone as how many ships done. Odyssey. Let's do this, shall we? Haha. Now I've got to check something before I do this because they've added. Because with this they've added a thing. Okay. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever then in that case. But no, one of these variants, one of the variants we got for this, I'll get to in a minute. They've called it the Verity class, or something like that, based on from the ship that Picard flew, but it looks nothing like it at all. I'll explain more when I get there. Anyway, the Legendary Command Dreadnought Cruiser. The Legendary Command Dreadnought Cruiser let's try it again. The Legendary Command Dreadnought Cruiser is Starfleet's latest innovation in super capital line of starships. After analyzing the performance of the Odyssey class during the Iconian War and the Hook invasion, Starfleet engineers have implemented a variety of recommendations made by Chief Engineer Kiriyoshi O'Brien and Captain Vakel Shun of the USS Enterprise, NCC 1701F. These alterations include an improved hangar deck to accommodate all small craft operations. No, just accommodate small craft, not all. Don't want to put all in there. Large command and control systems for fleet coordination, and dual cannon hard points for increased firepower. Of course, the Legendary Command Dreadnought Cruiser retains the Odyssey class's impressive suite for existing capabilities and still represents one of the most advanced ships in Starfleet's armada. Then stats. Cool. Now this is what I was talking about. So, new visual variant, the Verity class Dreadnought Cruiser. The Legendary Command Dreadnought Cruiser includes a brand new visual variant, the Verity class Dreadnought Cruiser, named after the USS Verity Senior Sergeant Picard Countdown comic. The design of the Verity is more directly inspired by Adam original contest submission. Okay then. Right. Okay, so what it seems to be is that... Oh, gotcha, it's... Okay, that makes more sense. I didn't actually read it. So it seems to be that this version of the ship is a contest submission of the ship. So they've made gotcha. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Because I was confused because I was looking into because because after I don't know if I mentioned it, don't think I have, but I made a Star Trek Online character as after they released the Star Trek Picard uniforms. I wanted to make a Star Trek Picard character, and I also wanted to use the I wanted to have the right chip for it, and I wanted to, so I searched up this as Verity. I was confused because on there, when you look at the comics, you look on the internet, it shows images of the literal USS Odyssey. If you look here, it shows that, and now it makes sense now why it's that. Not bad though. Not bad. Then other variants as well. So you got the Odyssey, Yorktown, Endeavour, Verity, and whatever the fuck that is. I can't read that. Just close these down a second. Okay, Odyssey NX. Now this is interesting. This is the first one of. This is the first old ship. If you like, in terms of Star Trek timeline, this is the first old ship that they've actually made a 20th century variant for. I've never done it for this one. It looks rather interesting. Now, Legendary Temporal Operative Escort. The Legendary Temporal Operative Escort continues a legendary legacy of discovery and vigilance over 2 centuries long, inspired by modifications made to the NX-01 Enterprise by Chief Engineer Charles Tucker III. I love that guy. He's awesome. The Legendary Temporal Operative Escort is equipped with fucking hell. I can't read today apparently. The Legendary Temporal Operative Escort, fucking hell, I struggle with that one, is equipped to face challenges beyond space and time. 5 forward weapons an experimental weapon slot, and a molecular fucking hell, reconstruction array combined with the grappler and point defense bombardment warhead consoles to create an escort that can face dangers for the final frontier with confidence. Okay, now I just had too many difficult words in for me. That did. Jesus. Legendary Temporal Operative Escort stats. Scroll through. Right. So, the new visual variant, Columbia class light escort, 25th century version, and to be honest, it looks pretty good. Now, if they hadn't released an actual Franklin ship, which they have done, and if you haven't seen it, it is bloody tiny. Compared to the compared to the massive fuck-off size of Enterprise J, the Universe class, I think it's what it's called. Fucking hell. The Legendary Temporal Operative Escort includes a brand new visual variant, the Columbia class Light Escort. This brand new design is a reinterpretation of the Light Escort as it might appear in the 2280s. Oh, not what I thought then. Around the time of Star Trek V, the Undiscovered Country. Okay, not what I thought then. I assumed it was more of a 25th century one. Then you got the other variants, you got the original Enterprise, then you got the NX, then refit, then you got the Columbia. Return. So then, onto the Sovereign. Onto the Sovereign. I'm not sure, check something. Okay, good. I just had a weird thought that I wasn't actually recording that. Then I was slightly terrified. Right. Legendary Miracle Worker Assault Cruiser represents a accumulation of decades of, I think that's what it is, decades of technological innovation and engineering expertise. Fucking hell. More difficult words. Like some of them I don't mind if it's like one in a sentence, but when it's like all of them in the same sentence, I'm like I can't speak properly. Built using the inside of the USS Enterprise NCC 1701E's chief engineer, Geordie LaForge, the Legendary Miracle Worker Assault Miracle Worker assault cruiser has access to innovation mechanics and comes equipped with a Metreon gas canisters, incremental phase shift, and the Metreon gas warhead launcher. These innovations, along with a pilot engineering and bridge officer seat, give it power and flexibility needed to keep peace and whatever the fuck that says, galaxy. That's again. Oh, damn, I went a bit fast there. I'll go from the start again. Okay. So, new visual variant, Sovereign refit, doesn't look too much different. Legendary Miracle Worker Assault Cruiser includes a new visual variant, the Sovereign class refit, envisioned by John Eves from the final scene of Star Trek Nemesis. In the film, the Enterprise survives a devastating battle with the Riemann ship Scimitar, and is undergoing a refit to repair the damage from the battle. For the sequence showing the Enterprise being repaired, Eves created a new version of Enterprise that had some structural and material differences. The updated design supported layer pylons. This was the saucer and engineering hull and darker, more metallic material look. This design never made it to the screen, but now you can fly starting online. Oh, another variant. So you got a lot of them for this. So you got Sovereign, Majestic, Noble, Sovereign Refit, Regent or something like that, Imperial, Archon, something like that, Vizier, and Mirror. Next one. It's taking longer than I thought. The Crossfield. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Legendary Temporal Operative Science Vessel. The Legendary Temporal Operative Science Vessel makes a leap from the past to the future and back again, using recently declassified mycelial technology and incorporating modifications made to the Crossfield class USS Discovery by Ensign Tilly, Lieutenant Stamets, and Commander Reno. Okay, just a little thing. Ever since they showed Reno on Star Trek Discovery Season 2, she's been my favourite character. It's just, reason being, it's just her humour, her humour, mixed with the fact that she doesn't give a shit about most things. Love it. The Legendary Temporal Operative Science Vessel is equipped with a molecular resonating array, the mycelium ambush, and the weaponized helical torsion console, sensor analysis, and subsystem targeting. The Legendary Temporal Operative Science Vessel is equipped to face any challenge from any universe at any point in history, past, present, or future. And more stats. And now, when I saw this, it intrigued me, because they have released with this pack, as you can see, well, no, I can't see, but you can read it. The Legendary Temporal Operative Science Vessel includes a brand new visual variant, the Glenn Science Class Vessel. This is a new visual variant, represents a brand new 25th century design inspired by the Crossfield class. I must say, I like where they're heading with it. I like it. You know, the bottom looks a little odd, but nothing too bad. Personally, I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. And I also like the lights you get in there. That good. Other included variants, you got the Glen, the Crossfield, and the Mirror Crossfield. I don't understand this shit. Okay, the only thing about this ship I don't understand are the fucking nacelles. They're too short for it. Honestly, I've known the ship for so long as it being like that. And then they bring that out. It's like, the fuck is going on? Right, next one. Crossfield Intrepid. Legendary Miracle Worker multi-mission science vessel. The Miracle Worker multi-mission science vessel is equipped to explore the far reaches of the unknown and make it back at home again. Designed using lessons learned from the USS Voyager's trek across the Delta Quadrant under Captain Catherine Janeway and Chief Engineer Belana Torres, the Legendary Miracle Worker multi-mission science vessel features innovation mechanics and an ablative generator, photonic shockwave torpedo, aero shuttle, a hangar bay stocked with Delta flyers, and can equip dual cannons. All of these capabilities ensure that the Legendary Miracle Worker multi-mission science vessel has what it needs to meet any challenges it may face, near or far from home. And the stats again. Then we got a new visual variant. The Legendary Miracle Worker multi-mission science vessel includes a brand new visual variant, the warship Voyager, seen in Star Trek Voyager episode Living Witness. The Starship Voyager represents an alien species recollection of the Voyager as viewed through the lens of resentment and fear. Armed to the teeth and spoiling for a fight. And then the other variants. Intrepid, Discovery, that one, Cochrane, Warship, whatever that is, and Pathfinder. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the last two of the Legendary the 10th Anniversary Legendary Starship Bundle. Now, I'm going to say this now, I have not seen this at all. So I am rather intrigued to see what it's gonna be. So I think the first one is the original series. Oh no! It's my favorite ship of them all. Just like, oh, this is different. This sounds different. Legendary Temporal Flight Deck Carrier. Just like those that crew her, the Legendary Temporal Flight Deck Carrier presents the best of Starfleet, inspired by Captain Pike's. Go on, send out. You can't see him, but I've got a picture of him out there. Pike's USS Enterprise from 2257. The Legendary Temporal Flight Deck Carrier incorporates the molecular reconstruction, reinforcing squadrons, 5 forward weapons, and 2 hangar bays with durable hull that can face the demands of destiny without fear. Yes. Then the stats. I never read videos because I never really understand them. Oh, fuck that. Didn't put that on there. Hell no. Right. Oh! There is a new variant. I'm intrigued to see this. Actually, I'm not going to look at the... I'm going to read what it says. New visual variant. Eve's Constitution concept. The Legendary Temporal Flight Deck Carrier includes a brand new visual variant, the Constitution Gamma variant. This variant is inspired by John Eve's original concept for the US Enterprise seen in Star Trek Discovery. Oh god. It features a less reflective material. No. Straight nacelle pylons and smaller deflector and enclosed bridge module. Might not like this. Right. I don't. No, I don't like it that much. It's not that different, but why I don't like the nacelles. I think it was good that they put like slanted nacelles on it. I think it's alright. Oh, that? Oh, really? Huh. Apparently there were 2 of them. I did not know that. In that case, last but not least, I'm assuming this is the original series Enterprise. Let's have a look at this, shall we? There we go. A legendary miracle worker light cruiser. The legendary miracle worker light cruiser is a manifestation of Starfleet's dedication to duty, exploration, and problem solving, based on standards set by Chief Engineer Montgomery Scott during his service on the Constitution-class USS Enterprise. The legendary Miracle Worker light cruiser features innovation mechanics, a cruiser command array, four fore and aft weapons, whatever the fuck that is, device, and an ionized gas sensor, and a universal console slot. The legendary Miracle Worker light cruiser is the true definition of a legend, and because of its exploits, a history that will never forget the name. Enterprise. Let's stats again. Zip through them. Right. Oh, hold on. What's this? Holy crap! Oh, oh! This is new. New visual variant: the Jeffries Phase 2 Constitution refit. Legendary Miracle Worker light cruiser includes a brand new visual variant. The Jeffries Phase 2 Constitution refit. Before Star Trek became a major motion picture in 1979, pardon me, there were plans to make a new television series titled Star Trek Phase 2. For this series, Matt Jeffries was given the task of designing an upgraded version of the USS Enterprise. Jeffries was the same artist who designed the original Enterprise, and his Phase 2 refit design showed a logical, technological progression from the ship's apprentice in Star Trek the original series. While Phase 2 was scrapped in favor of big-budget movies, the Jeffries design would inspire the changes made to the ship as she appeared in the Star Trek motion picture. Well, other included variants: Jeffries Constitution, Constitution refit, Constitution pilot, shit, Exeter Vesper, and Excalibur, I think. Well, that was fun, and I cannot wait. I hope, in all hopes, my big hope is that it doesn't go away, because that'll be good. That'll be good. That way I can wait for as long as I need to, save up the money I need to get it, and then buy it. Yes, there's a lot of money for it. I don't give a shit. But when I get the chance to get this, if I can, if they don't have an ending date for it, which I don't, I think that'd be a bit harsh if they did. Ending date, I am gonna get that, and I'm really happy because that's the first time that anyone's ever going to be able to get, this Enterprise, first time with an amount of via buying it straight from Zen. But yes, I am rather excited for this, and I know a few characters I might have to concoct, I have to make for some of these new ships, but I'm looking forward to that, and I am. Apologies. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I'm sure this was more of a longer video than I thought it was going to be. On the subject of 10th anniversary of Hospital Still Here, I am still trying to get an episode, or episodes, of the Measure of Morality mission, because I've played the first episode of God knows how many times now, attempted to record it, it's failed. I'm thinking I might wait until, I might do it, over at my dad's house, because there I have a computer that's actually very powerful, and my worry is the reason why, because when I record it normally, it lags out, and it basically lags out and it freezes in frames, and my guess is because this isn't a particularly fast laptop. So, and because I got a better one over at my dad's, I'm hoping that I can actually use that one, and that's fast and better laptop for me to record it on. If so, I'll be sing praising hallelujah. If not, I'll be crying in a puddle of my own tears, because I won't be able to record it. hey, if it stays around for long enough, and I get and yes, it might be a few years before I get a new laptop, a better computer, but if it stays around, hey, I'll fucking do a video on it. It will be late, but oh well. At least I'm doing it. But yeah, and hopefully we'll get that out as soon as possible. But until then, thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and a comment on which ship you're most looking forward to, or if there's a multitude of them, or if you're just looking forward to all of them, and if there's like a particular variant you're looking forward to using, let me know in the comments. Subscribe to my channel, Sergeant Beckett, and I will see you all in the next video. Adios.